The largest explosive eruption of 2026 so far is actively ongoing and is now in its 28th day, just not in a location one would expect. As, instead of occurring above sea level where it would be easy to view, it is instead occurring deep underwater at these approximate coordinates. Located in Papua New Guinea's central Bismarck Sea, the Titan Ridge Volcano is currently erupting via a singular vent presumed to be at 550 meters or 1,804 feet below sea level. Its explosive eruption has not only sent an eruption plume all the way to the surface, but also beyond it, rising as much as 28,000 feet above it. Large quantities of pumice have been produced by its deep submarine eruption, probably at least 80 million cubic meters of such, and these have ended up mostly floating on the ocean's surface. These have largely clumped together to form large masses of material that are hazardous to ships, being known as Pumice Rafts, which can easily clog and damage engine parts. In the last 3 days, some of these Pumice Rafts begin to impact multiple populated islands, filling beaches and preventing people from using a boat to ferry supplies in affected sectors. This is most notable on Lu Island, but is also occurring on Baluan Island, Pammandian Island, and Pamlin Island. Something similar occurred in Japan in 2021 due to a shallow submarine eruption of the Fukutoku Okanoba volcano, since that eruption also produced numerous pumice rafts. While it is tough to get an exact figure on how many people live on affected islands because it is Papua New Guinea, I suspect that the pumice is currently impacting islands to some extent where at least 3,500 people live. In the nearly 1 month since the eruption began on May 8th, pumice has drifted so far that now similar rafts are being reported outside of the Bismarck Sea. For this reason, it is pointless for me to continue updating the furthest extent of these pumice rafts because they are so widely spread out at the present. Heading back to the eruption site, something interesting has occurred. Although pumice is still clearly being actively created by the eruption, this is to be expected. Instead, what is interesting is that the 2 vents which were previously active have seemingly ceased activity altogether. In its place, a 3rd new vent formed in the middle of these 2 about a kilometer southwest of the now seemingly inactive northeast vent. The occurrence of this 3rd vent proves that it is not a coincidence. There is almost certainly an underlying southwest trending magma dike feeding the eruption, and it parallels alongside of a series of underwater submarine ridges. So it is fully possible that any part of this 2,500 meter long magma dike could erupt while activity continues. And yes, it is a bit unusual for a deep pumice producing submarine eruption to last this long, as most in recent times have lasted for 10 days or less. Yet, it is quite obvious that eruptive activity has declined since an earlier peak in May, although it has increased since a low point from May 23rd to May 25th. The eruption plumes are no longer as tall, and they are, in my opinion, now occurring less frequently, and this is also occurring alongside a continued decrease in seismic activity. Whereas the first 5 days of Titan Ridge's eruption saw 34 magnitude 4 and 5 range earthquakes strike, the last 5 days has seen 0 such quakes occur. In my opinion, there's definitely a decreasing magma supply, and the only reason for the all-time high record number of thermal signatures observed on June 4th was due to what I suspect was a combination of clear skies and calm seas not blocking satellites from detecting such hot signatures. If you are wondering, the Titan Ridge Volcano is not the only submarine volcano on the planet which is currently erupting if you ignore the ocean ridge segments. The shallow Kavachi submarine volcano in the Solomon Islands is also still seemingly erupting in an explosive manner, so don't go close to that either, although at a lesser rate in terms of volume each day. Although non-mid-ocean ridge submarine volcanoes do comprise what I estimate to be about 10% of the world's volcanoes, smaller eruptions of such, especially if they are far below sea level, often go undetected. Stay tuned for more updates. As a final note, I would like to thank this channel's patrons on Patreon and channel members on YouTube for supporting my work.